So far during camp, things have gone as expected. It's nice when you have 3 returners as your kicker and Jarod Brown, your punter and Jonathan Plisco, and your snapper and Rick Lovato. Having Plisco now a 4-time All-American, 3-time preseason. Very excited about how he continues. It's just crazy to think that he's gotten better year in, year out. And the offseason work he's put in with some of the top specialists in the nation has been exciting to see. And then you take Rick Lovato, who snapped for us as a true freshman last year. To have him come in leaner as far as body fat, more athletic. He really worked on his flexibility, his athleticism in the off-season, which in tune I think has helped him snap the ball with more velocity. So we're excited to see that. And Jarod Brown as well. You always talk about our O-linemen and other positions leaning out, changing their body, but I think Jarod and the other guys have done a good job changing their body composition as well, which really helps them strike the ball and be more flexible there. Going in the fall now, they said talk about those top returners, those 3 guys. We do have a couple of newcomers as well. Ricky Seegers from Henrico, Joe Pulisic from Atlee, as well as Dustin Burdick and Kyle Lawrence from last year, Josh Williams from last year. All those kids have done a good job coming in and compete. Right now there's no clear-cut number 2 kicker or punter. We have a lot of competition going on. We have 7 specialists, kickers and punters in camp, and then we have 2 snappers specifically in camp with a freshman Shane Palmatier from Stab High School in Charlottesville. So expect big things. Those young kids know they have some big shoes to fill and compete with, but they're up for the challenge each and every day. Well, when you look at the fact you've had a couple of Americans, you can't sell yourself short. Those are our goals, those are our expectations. Sometimes like to tell the snappers, the people won't know their names until you see them mess up. So continue to do a great job, having perfect snaps each and every time. Continue to work hard with some of the quote specialty plays that we run. Doing a great job excelling and helping us there. And we had Plisco an All-American and an all-conference kid, so we expect that from him. And then Jarod Brown, he's worked on his leg strength, so we expect him to move up from 2nd team to 1st team All-Conference this year as well.
It's gone great. This year we have a bunch of new freshmen coming in, a lot of speed, a lot of size, and the tempo even from last year I thought was fast. This year, just watching practice, even practicing special teams, you can tell the tempo is picked up and also the contact.
I think it's going really well. Everybody's working really hard, working really fast. It's a lot faster than last year, a lot harder than last year as far as the way everybody's working. Everybody's just working really hard, trying to get better for the season, trying to make sure we win all our games. Our motto this year is 1 team, 1 shot, 1 goal, and we have 1 goal in mind, and that's to get back to the national tournament, the national championship tournament. And everybody wants it really bad. Everybody's trying to work really hard, and I feel like they're doing a really good job getting there.
I'd have to say Coach Z is probably one of the most meticulous coaches on this coaching staff. He really, he plans every single thing out, every punt, field goal, everything that can happen. He'll plan it out. He'll have a situation drawn up and how we're going to handle it. He really emphasizes that we're 1/3 of the equation. We're special teams is very big, especially for me with field position. And an example is Campbell last year. It was a close game, and then we had a 76-yard punt that was down on the 1, and they punted out deep out of their side of the field, and we returned it and then scored a touchdown to open that game up. And Coach Z really emphasizes, it's a third of a game. It's really important.
Coach Z is he's different. He works so hard at making sure everything is really on point. So whether it's a block for a punt or a block for a field goal, or if it's making sure we're going to run a fake the right way, or if we're going to do a surprise onside kick, he makes sure every single person knows exactly where they need to be before we even start practicing. So he'll have us in meetings just making sure everybody knows every single part of the play, and they haven't practiced it on the field once. So he's really enthusiastic about what we do, and is enthusiastic about what he does. And obviously it works really well because we led the nation in blocks last year, and he's the one who makes all those happen. So
just want to be consistent, achieving what the team needs, regardless of what. Numbers aren't that important. I just want to, if I need a 50-yard punt, then that's what's going to happen. If I need a 30-yard punt, then that's what's going to happen. I want to consistently hit those targets.
Honestly, I just want to make sure I do my job. Last year, I had 13 or 14 for 16, and I ended up missing my last 7 field goals or 5 field goals or something like that. and I need to just be more consistent this year, just to get my job done. I know my holder and my snapper are going to get their job done. The blockers are all going to get their jobs done, so I need to make sure I do what I need to do to help the team out and win games.
Big player is Craig Wilkins. He's he's on almost every team. You know, he blocks, he tackles. I mean, he runs down the field. And Rick Lovato, long snapper, you know, he came in last year as a true freshman and did phenomenal. And he's gotten a lot better in the off season. And it's going to be real exciting to see him work this fall. And you know, also Jarod Brown, you know, field goal kicking.
Yeah, another guy on special teams is Nate Ong. He's my holder for special teams, and seriously, he doesn't mess up. He every hold is on point. He has them spots right, the tilt on the ball is right, and everything like that needs to be almost perfect every time for the kickers, because the way we kick the ball is we're expecting it to be a certain way, and Nate doesn't really ever mess up. He's one of the most underrated positions, but he does a great job, and he always makes it right. Obviously, Jonathan Plisco, I mean, he's our All-American. He's the first All-American at ODU, and he doesn't really ever fail to keep doing better. He, you know, leads the nation pretty much every year, and he's, you know, one of the best punters I've ever seen. A lot of our guys, like Craig Wilkins, he works on every single special teams. I mean, I don't think there's one that he's not on. He blocks for me on field goal, blocks for Plisco on punts. He runs down the field on kickoffs. He recovers onside kicks. He just does everything. Craig's always there. Even our quarterback is on the special teams. We have him doing some punts and recovering onside kicks.
You know, all our skill, big skill, you know, they're all involved. I mean, there's not a guy. You know, the freshmen, I mean, I know there's a lot of freshmen that are trying to get playing time, and that's, you know, Coach Wilder pings this as a way of getting your playing time. Getting on the travel team is contributing on special teams. And we have a lot of freshmen that have stepped up, you know, just as far in camp. You know, it's going to be awesome to see what they can do.
Everybody just works really hard and makes sure they're getting their job done. All the guys on the team, the freshmen, the sophomores, everybody that's been here and hasn't maybe been on the field in offense or defense, they get on special teams and they do really well. So.
Snap good, hold good, kick is going to be way short, and Old Dominion's going to beat James Madison by a final count of 23-20. The biggest game in the history of the program goes to the Monarchs.